Back from the dead.
Hi everybody, it's yours truly here back again with another video. So before this video starts, I would like to say thanks again for 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I have another goal for you guys. If you guys want to see more of everything wrong with videos, if this video reaches 1,000 views or at least 100 likes, you can guarantee another one will be made. So, as always, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. So here we go with the video. So 3, 2, 1, kitty clack, we are back. The farthest recorded baseball hit was 582 feet, so I highly doubt a child can hit a baseball that far. For some reason, Charlie Brown decides to jump rope even though he could have cleared that without having to do that. Yes, I know chasing the baseball is done for comedic purposes, but that baseball should have hit the ground by now. I'm amazed that his whole entire team followed him out here.
You blockhead, Charlie Brown!
I find it weird to see Linus call Charlie Brown a blockhead because usually he's always by his side giving him advice about life. You know, throughout this whole entire special, Charlie Brown's team blames him for every game they lose. But I think the real problem is his team is just bad at baseball. So every time they point out that everything is Charlie Brown's fault, I'm giving them 2 cents.
Charlie Brown, do your team a big favor tomorrow.
What's that?
Don't show up.
There's 2 cents for you, Lucy. And even if he didn't show up, I'm sure you'll still lose without him and find a reason to blame him. That sun looks extremely close to the earth.
Why do we have to suffer every year like this?
Well, maybe that blockhead Charlie Brown won't show up this time.
You see, it's not Charlie Brown's fault. First, it's Frida complaining about her naturally curly hair, then Schroeder wanting to have unnecessary piano breaks during the game.
And we can't keep up all that ridiculous infield chatter. Like, come on, Charlie Brown, attaboy, you can do it. Because you can't do it, Charlie Brown. So you're turning us into a bunch of hypocrites.
A whole bunch of recycle animation. Does that count catching the ball in a dog dish rather than with a baseball mitt?
It's a high fly ball! Catch it, Charlie Brown! Catch it! Have you got it, Charlie Brown? Don't miss it! Get under it, Charlie Brown!
Isn't this exciting?
What if he drops it? If he drops it, let's all kick him!
Why are you all relying on Charlie Brown catching the ball? There's a reason there are outfielders.
I quit. I refuse to play anymore on a team that never wins.
Like I already said, why are you guys blaming everything on Charlie Brown? Maybe it's your own inadequate baseball skills. Hey, when the animators just jump cut from using a drawn background to just a flat colored background. That's just lazy animation. Wow, Linus must have a very good lung capacity to be able to blow up the kiddie pool in under 30 seconds. Snoopy keeps a surfboard in his doghouse that's a little too long to fit in it, and much less be able to pull it out through his dog entrance. There's no way a kid can jump rope with his skateboard at the same time because they had to keep up the same momentum to kick up the skateboard. It's not safe diving headfirst into a kiddie pool, Linus.
Girls? Yes, we do have a girl or two on the team. But, oh, I couldn't see that, Mr. Hennessy. They're my team. Well, I understand, Mr. Hennessy. I know it isn't your fault. Mr. Hennessy just called, and we can't have the uniforms unless we get rid of Snoopy and the girls from our team. He says there's no place for them in an organized league.
Sexism in the 60s. Wasn't it great?
I watched this team practice, see? They were terrible. Anybody could beat them. None of their players can hit the ball out of the infield. And they have this loudmouthed girl in center field who can't catch a thing.
At least someone finally said it, right, Lucy? In the last scene, Snoopy was on first base. That was surrounded by grass, and now it's surrounded by dirt. You know, I just noticed that it seems that the only ones on the baseball field is Charlie Brown and his team. So where's the other opponents? On first, second, third, and home base. Was it that hard just to draw generic characters there? Heck, they don't even have to move, just stand there. Charlie Brown spends 26 seconds pondering on whether or not to run to home base or just stay there. Good thing they aren't playing against anyone. If they were, he would have been out.
Was I out?
Out? Why, you blockhead.
You didn't even get halfway home. If it weren't for those uniforms we're gonna get, we'd quit right now.
Yeah, if we had our uniforms, this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, first it was all Charlie Brown's fault they lose. Now they say they would have won if they had uniforms. Make up your mind. Just admit you're all bad at baseball.
The only reason Charlie Brown turned Mr. Hennessy down was because he'd have to get rid of Snoopy and you girls.
I think we were pretty rough on Charlie Brown. You girls are very thoughtless. Don't you think Charlie Brown has feelings?
Oh, don't you be all high mighty, Schroeder. You're just as much as part of putting Charlie Brown down as much as the girls.
Hey, maybe we can make it up to Charlie Brown by making him a uniform.
Yes, that might pep him up, but we don't have any material.
Oh, yes, we do. Give me that stupid blanket.
Ugh!
You know, I find it amazing that Linus' stupid blanket just happens to be just the right amount of material to make Charlie Brown's sweater. But since it is Lucy's idea to make the sweater, I'll at least remove one cent for that.
I've never seen it rain so hard for such a long time.
I'm just glad I'm inside.
Well, good grief. Only a real blockhead will be out in the rain like this.
Where's everybody? We're supposed to have a ball game today.
Well, it's raining, so in Lucy's case, you're a blockhead, Charlie Brown.
Why are you looking at me like that?
They made your uniform out of my blanket!
Don't worry, Linus. You'll have your blanket back in the next Charlie Brown special. In It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
He can't run or hit, but when it comes to getting out, he's the king!